right, well, good morning. Welcome back to CTV Morning Live. We are very honored to have Prime Minister of Canada, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, joining us in studio this morning. Thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
We are very happy to have you here. So I know we have a limited amount of time, so I want to get right into it. I know you will be meeting with Premier Scott Moe later on today. We've heard a lot about what his ideas are, and obviously Saskatchewan being the only one not to sign on with the carbon tax. How do we find a happy medium there? How do we find a happy medium?
I'm really looking forward to sitting down with Premier Moe for the
final
first
questions
time.
I do want to ask you is race relations here in Saskatchewan, especially following the Gerald Stanley trial, the verdict, and then also recently hearing that it wouldn't be appealed. Racial tensions very high in Saskatchewan, despite what polls may say. How is that something that can be healed? How do we fix that?
Well, I mean, the path to reconciliation needs to include everyone.
As U.S. trade tariffs cause uncertainty in Saskatchewan's steel industry, the provincial NDP is suggesting a way to protect jobs. The official opposition is proposing the government put an expiration date on pipelines. Gina Martin explains.
Well, the
Seattle Seahawks NFL player John Ryan has withdrawn as co-grand marshal of the Queen City's annual Pride Parade. The organization says that Ryan's presence and participation created some controversy. And it's official. According to U.S. President Donald Trump, North Korea has agreed to denuclearization.
Chairman Kim and I...
Time now to check in with Patty Levitt-Reid, CTV's chief financial commentator, reporting from Toronto this morning. Good morning, Patty.
Good morning, Sabine.
A lot happening in the news this morning, many talking about the Singapore summit, but stocks are mixed after that summit. What can you tell us?
You know, they really are. And, you know, if you think...
It was the golden era of hip-hop. I wish it still was, because that's where I'm from, but that's okay. We are here this morning, joined by Danny Boy from House of Pain. They are in the Queen City performing at the Casino Show Lounge in Regina. Thank you for taking the time to chat with me.
Yeah, no, my pleasure. It's good to be here. It's not easy getting across the border, especially for, you know, golden era rappers. So it's always a pleasure to be here.
Well, we really are excited to have you in the city. Now, we have to talk about House of Pain. You joined together back in the early 90s, yep. And you had a huge success. I would call you legends of sorts. What do you take out of what you guys made House of Pain back then?
I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, I'm a sporting guy, so every time.
Hi. We just got distracted because that was her new video that we were watching. And I said to Tennille, does that look weird? Let's introduce you first. No stranger to us. Tennille Arts joining us, Saskatchewan country singer-songwriter. Fair to say?
Yes.
How does that feel to see that video up in front of you?
It's incredible. It's been a long time coming, so I'm just really excited.
Yeah, we're on.
We're on?
We're live.
We're live.
How are you?
Oh, I'm nervous now.
I've got Chris, I've got Ryan, I've got Corey joining me. They are Lion, Bear, Fox. They are performing tonight at the Artful Dodger. Before they do that, though, they're going to hang out with us for the next few minutes. Thank you for being here, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Now, Chris, let's talk about the album. You recently released your debut album earlier this year.
Yeah, February.
I was reading, and I've heard or read that you refer to this album as the record of your lives.
Yeah. I mean, the three of us were all singers.
This week, the Riders will begin the regular season, still searching for their first win after failing to notch a victory in either of their preseason games. While some starters expected to be key players have yet to see the field, there are many concerns in the locker room. Claire Hanna explains.
Riders head
After the loss, the Saskatchewan Roughriders announced some major changes to their roster. Sunday morning, the team announced 23 players have been cut, including Canadian receiver Rob Begg, Canadian offensive lineman Travis Bond, international receiver Bakari Grant, and international wide receiver Chad Owens. Begg has been on the Riders since 2008. Owens' release comes after an injury during the 2017 season. Head coach Chris Jones says the cuts, especially Rob Begg, were not easy to make.
You know, it's a young man's game.